Hello, everyone. The topic today is how to be effective. How to be effective. You cannot be effective if you don't change your environment. So let's see the environment that has a lot of influence on our life and in what we do. Because what we do, what we think, and how we feel are the major things that influence us, that make us to be effective. So in order to be effective, let us look at the background of things, and then I will explain why most of us are not as effective as we wish to be or as we are created. First of all, let's look at the model of the world. Model of the world. So in this model of the world, we have here our parents, our school, and then our peer group, and then other environments and circumstances which I may not know, but all these four factors play a huge role on whatever we want to do. How effective we will be and how effective we can be determines how we play around with these four factors. So this is what I call the new environment. New environment. So this new environment is the area where you can get 30%. How can you be effective? How you can be effective? 30%, 60%, and 100%. Everybody wants to be as effective as being to a level of 30%, 60%, and 100%. And myself, I want to be as effective as to a level of being 100, to a level of 100. That means I am exerting the normal pressure, my normal experience to life. Now, because our thoughts and feelings, they create an image normally from our belief system and our values. What control our value and belief depends on our environment, like what our parents told us when we were growing up, what we learned from school, the kind of thing we perceive from our peer group, and how our peer group think and how we do things and how we assimilate and how we relate to other friends, and then other circumstances which might be private, which I don't know. These are the factors that could really affect you. But for you to have an effective result in whatever you're doing, you got to review some of this environment. What your parents may have told you when you were young, what you were told at school, what your friends tell you. For instance, there's a lady whose mother advised to study law, but she wants to be an actor. But the mother said, look, if you become an actor, you might be starving. My daughter, why can't you be a lawyer? So you become a lawyer for the actors. So in this way, the mother has influenced her. In this way, the mother has really brought out a kind of feeling, a belief system, and a value that is contrary to her own personal value. And in as much as we are talking about this, your parents have influence, but not all parents could give a better influence as to help the children to the direction they are moving on. So you have schools, you have in the school where you are taught that you shouldn't pursue your dream. Where in the school where you are taught that you are very dopey, you are not very smart, you are thick, you can't understand things, you don't have a brain. They use their subjective standards to reduce their self-esteem. So because once your self-esteem is reduced, you no longer have the strength to have confidence to carry on in the things you wish to do in future and also in your life. Then you have the peer group, which your friends around. They play a lot of, they have a lot of influence because we are social beings. We like to be seen in a positive light. We want to know what our friends think about us, the way they relate to us. So in that process, they have a subjective view of you that there has expectation, they place of value that if the expectation is not reached, they start feeling very unhappy with you. Sometimes your friend creates expectation that is below what God has wished for you or below what you can achieve. So when you start achieving those things, your friend starts rejecting you and starts criticizing you, and some of them start feeling hurt because you are progressing, or they might snub you. So if you are not somebody who is strong-willed, who have the confidence and the capacity and good self-esteem, the influence of your peer group or your friends can make you not to be very effective. You become disservice to yourself. You start sabotaging your effort. Then you have your circumstances, the experiences, and the kind of thing you had when you were growing up. What kind of experience did you have? Was it a negative one? How do you carry it on? So when you meditate all these things and relate them in the mind, they give you a value system and they give you a belief system that if those belief systems are not strong, they can stop you from achieving your success. They can stop you from hitting up this target, 30%, 60%, and 100% in your life. So now we are saying that you need to create a good, if you feel you are not hitting 30%, 60%, and 100% effective in whatever you are doing, you need to review these parameters. You need to review what you must have learned from your parents or from their school or from your peer, because everything you learned in life could be unlearned. So for you to, when you unlearn it, you now have a new environment which is very suitable for you to cultivate a culture that can sustain the power, that can give you resilience and capability to carry on irrespective of difficulty, irrespective of challenges you may face. So having a new environment is very, very critical. You need to have it, otherwise you cannot be operating at optimal level, to a level of being productive, to the level of 30%, 60%, and 100%. You'll be performing below the standard and you cannot achieve anything. In fact, in the school, in the school system, they taught us how not to believe our vision. Sometimes our peer group, don't want us to carry out our vision. They don't want us to carry our mission. So, and your circumstance may make you withdraw from your purpose and your vision. So, if you are not able to review and have a rethink on what your parents may have taught you, what you must have gained from school or from the influence of your friends, you won't be able to be effective, because you allow people and other influences to come in and make you have like a stunted growth. So, in effect, to be effective, you need to create an image of a new environment that helps you to cultivate and nurture your talent. Having a talent is not enough, but having a talent that you can hone, you can grow, and then that can sustain you to a level to compete to other world leaders or to other environments that you wish to face in future. These things are very necessary, because if you don't have this good environment, know that you can't be effective. So in order to be effective, you need to conceive and have an image of a new environment that can sustain the difficulty, the obstacles you will see in future. Thank you.